Choripán. It's Argentinian street food. It's a sausage sandwich with chimichurri and salsa. It's Argentinian style chorizo, so it's not like Mexican chorizo. It's an actual sausage link. You can eat the whole thing, the casing and everything. It's absolutely remarkable. It's not easy to find. I got mine online. I will leave a link down in the description below. Comes from Grand Western Steaks. Thank you to Grand Western Steaks for hooking me up with amazing products all the time. Not sponsored yet. And then we get the chimichurri. The chimichurri we're gonna make first because that's gotta let the flavors marry for, you know, if you want to do this the night before, even better, but we don't have time for that. We're doing it all in one shot. We're going to make the chimichurri, let it sit in the fridge, make the salsa, let that sit in the fridge, go out to the grill, cook the sausages, and then we're eating Argentina style. So stick around. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you want me to make next. And salud. Our chimichurri begins with fresh oregano. Yes, you could use the dried stuff, but why would you want to? The fresh makes it so much better. So chop that up extremely fine and get it into a bowl. Next, we also want some fresh parsley. Again, don't even think about using the dried stuff here because fresh parsley is what gives chimichurri its fresh, delicious flavor. Chop that up as fine as possible. Get that into your bowl. Now I've got a couple of green onions here. We're going to get rid of the roots. And we're going to get rid of about 4 inches or so of the green parts. We can use that for another dish or for a garnish. Then I like to take a knife and just slice right down the middle of this kid. So you got 2 little pieces like that, and then we're just going to go thin slices all the way from the white end to what's left of the green end. Once your green onions are sliced, make a little pile, turn your knife sideways, run it through, get those things minced up fine before you add them to the bowl. Next, we want some fresh garlic. I've got 3 cloves of garlic. You could mince them up or do like I do, use a garlic press. Just make sure you're scraping off the excess into the bowl. Don't waste anything. Now for some color and a little bit of heat, I've got a couple of shishito peppers. They're a little overripe, so they've got a beautiful color to them. Chop the stems off and slice these kids nice and thin. Leave the seeds. Don't worry, that's not too spicy. And then again, we're just going to mince these up as fine as possible before adding them to our bowl. Now grab yourself a lemon and give it a gratuitous roll to break up some of those fibers. Cut it in half. We're only going to use half of the lemon for the chimichurri. The other half we will use for our salsa criolla, so set it aside. You got a juicer, that's the best way. Otherwise, juice it with your hands, but no seeds. Now add about a half teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes and about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. And now as you mix your chimichurri, slowly drizzle in some olive oil. I know it looks easier said than done, or easier done than said. This is not easy to say. It wasn't easy to do. About 1/4 cup of olive oil total, and whisk it together. Basically, you're looking for the consistency of pesto. And now we have to season our chimichurri. Give it a big old pinch of kosher salt and several grinds of some freshly ground black pepper. And give it a good solid mix. Make sure everything is well incorporated. At about this time, you realize a spatula is much more efficient than a whisk. When it looks like this, your chimichurri's done. Your salsa criolla starts with 1 medium white onion, chopped, then 3 Roma tomatoes. Cut those in half and remove the pulp and chop them up. 1 red bell pepper, chopped. Then 3 Fresno chilies, chopped. Put all the ingredients into a bowl, add a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. The other half of that lemon that we used earlier, juice that kid in there too. Now add in about 1 tablespoon of olive oil, a big pinch of kosher salt, and some freshly ground black pepper. Give it a good mixin', and your salsa criolla is done. Of course, you got to give it a taste for seasoning. Perfect. Now break out your inner Beavis and start your grill.
Cool. Fire, 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 fire.
You know I'm a fan of giving my sausages a slash, but we're gonna make these a lot more like Hasselback style slashes. Let's get them out to the grill. And over the next 10 to 15 minutes, turn those kids frequently until they are beautiful and cooked through just like this. Now we'll take those kids off the grill so that we can cut them in half. Now you can wait until they're cool enough to touch, or you can be like I did and use your tongs and a knife to try to cut them down the middle. I recommend waiting until they're cool enough to touch because this was a lot harder than it looks. But we still got the same result. Now we're going to take these kids and we're going to grill them cut side down to get some nice color on the inside of that sausage. And right about now is a good time to add your bread to the grill. I had a sub bun that I cut in half, but the traditional method is a baguette, sliced and then cut in half. And if you did it right, your bread should look like this. Perfect. Get it off the grill, and then let's get those sausages off. Don't forget the money shot. And I hope you're hungry because now it's time to build. We start off by spreading a good amount of this chimichurri all over our beautifully grilled bread. Now take your favorite sausage and lay it right onto that chimichurri cut side down. And finally, a couple scoops of this delicious fresh salsa criolla right on top. Now pour yourself an ice cold Modelo Chelada. And give it a few sprinkles of Tajin. That is your choripan. Argentinian street food at its finest, right here in my own backyard, my own kitchen. Very easy to make, smells amazing. I mean, it just, I can't wait to get a bite. First, cheers and thank you for watching. Thanks for all my subscribers out there. Thanks for the people that leave me comments and likes. I really appreciate it. Chelada with the Tajin, perfect blend. And beer is the traditional drink to go along with this sandwich. That's a beautiful thing, right? Oh, look at it dripping all over. I'm going in right there. Don't eat boring food. Wow. That chorizo. It's so good. The smokiness from grilling it. It's not too spicy, but there's a lot of flavors going on. The chimichurri. Oh, come on. I mean, you saw everything that went into that. It's so fresh, so delicious. And the salsa criolla, also very fresh, very delicious. Every component in this sandwich works. Every component, like, don't do one without the other. You need all three. The sausage, the chimichurri, the salsa. Unbelievable. Thanks for watching, and don't eat boring food. We'll see you next time. All American Cooking. Bye-bye.